everybody, it's Christine. Time for a scrapbook process video, and I decided to do one of my counterfeit kit challenge layouts. So I've got my kit here. If you look on the video from the first, I'll have the reveal. But basically, it's kind of a real feminine kit, or at least in my mind. I mean, I probably can switch. I'll be able to do some boys if I want to, but it's a pretty feminine kit. So I pulled out a picture. This is a little collage my daughter sent me, and I just thought she looks real pretty. And I pulled out these papers here. All my little embellishment stuff are over here, and I'll figure that out. But I think I'm going to start with these. And I'm kind of imagining I'm going to like mat these here. I like this little suitcase stack here. So I'm going to try to see if I can incorporate that into the embellishments or something like that on here. So that's what I'm starting with. Let me do a little bit of trimming because I know I want to gut this for sure, because isn't that really pretty? That's a really pretty piece of paper. So I want to gut it. But then I need to put this stuff down. I want to cut these down too. So let me cut those real quick and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, gang, so I cut the hot pink thing down to 11 inches. So I gave myself a 1/2 inch all the way around because I kind of did want to see that pretty floral. I realized I had it upside down, thankfully. That would have been sad. I'm not sure you could have told because it's kind of, you can kind of tell from the birds, but the birds aren't really showing too much. So it might not have mattered, but I was glad I recognized it because it would have made me sad if it was upside down. So anyways, and then I turned around and I don't think I turned it one rotation enough, so maybe it didn't matter. Then I'm going to put my little green paper in here, and then I decide I do want to kind of use my fingernails to kind of tear it up and stuff. So I'm going to go around the whole paper here, and you kind of see, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do all that, but I'm going to go around the outside of this and use my fingernail and just kind of rough it up and make it look a little bit, you know, textured, I guess. And so I'm kind of finishing that up. And then I'm going to get my picture over here. Now, I left that white border from the printer on there because I'm going to mat it on the little gutted piece of the fancy floral here. So give me just a moment to kind of finish this. I decided I had to tear one more little piece there. If I'm honest, these suitcases, I do kind of incorporate them, but it's not like you can see that they're necessarily suitcases. So it just gave me a little spot to rest things, but I'm not sure you can really tell what they are once I get done kind of covering it up, because I do add some additional embellishments like florals and whatnot. So I'm going to come here now. I'm going to tell you, I probably trimmed this little outside piece a little too much, or I did something. Oh, that's where I did it. I tore up that side just a little bit. So I'm going to end up scuffing the edges of this with my little scufferator here. I wasn't actually going to originally. I mean, it's not a bad thing because I did tear the outside of the little green paper, but that actually wasn't my initial intention. So, but it's okay. You know what? You got to bob and weave when you're making scrapbook pages sometimes. You just got to bob and weave. All right, so I've got my kind of base going on here. So what I'm looking for now, I want to do a title, and I decided I was going to use this always, it's always having fun or something. I'll see it in a moment and I'll tell you. I know it's always, I know that part. And then there's that little word piece. Oh, having so much fun. That's what it is. Always having so much fun. And I did that because I thought her pictures were just kind of cute. You know, she's making little faces and just doing different little things. Now, I started to lay it down kind of directly on the paper. I was looking at it on this clear thing, and I'm looking at that going, but the always, it just wasn't going to stand out enough. I thought, well, always is getting completely lost. So in a moment, I'm going to look over at my scraps that I cut off of my papers there, and I find this hot pink again. And I decided to make a little banner out of it and have it come out of the side of the photo there to kind of have that word always rest on it. And so I'm going to make my little banner, and then I'm going to trim it up, and then I'm going to stick it up underneath my photo. And I'm not going to make you watch all that because it's not real, it's not rocket science. I just trim this and stick it up underneath there and then glue my letters down. And so I kind of like that. I think that looks cute. So I've got now finding my little pieces of ephemeras and different things over there. And there's this camera that was in my chipboard stuff. It's self-adhesive chipboard. And then I'm pulling out all these florals. I'm sorry, I don't remember the collection this is from. I actually just got these not too long ago. I think I got them in I don't know if it's a grab bag type deal or just kind of random flowers kind of deal, but I picked them up. And there are some little butterflies in there, which I really liked. So I kind of start off with that butterfly underneath the title there. That doesn't stay there. I'm going to move it up. But I got the camera in the lower left, and there's some kind of nice little green floral type deals, like, you know, little branches and things. And then these flowers here, I thought these went pretty good. So I'm going to start kind of building up above there. But when I do that, I realize I don't really like that butterfly down below. I think it looks a little strange. So I'm going to end up pulling that back up. I add a little floral down there by the suitcase, and I find these little white daisies. I think they're little daisies, and I'll put those all kind of around. They're not real easy to see. They're kind of subtle, you know. It's not like they don't jump out at you. They're kind of subtle in color, and they're not real big. They're kind of thin little petals and stuff. So I'll use those, but you won't see them. They're kind of hard to see, but I liked them. I thought they were nice and subtle and They add a little something, something. But in the meanwhile, I'm looking for these other florals over here by the title because I will add a little bit. There's one of those little daisies. I just kind of building out a little visual triangle here. But that's when I decide that butterfly down underneath the title, I'm not going to like that in just a minute. So I stick that other little floral up there, and I'm kind of liking that. I think these florals go pretty well with the outside paper there. And that's when I decided to move that butterfly up. Now I do try a few little florals down there on the bottom because I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to go ahead and extend that down. But I'm going to end up deciding against that. I'm not going to actually end up doing that. I think I might put a gold heart or something down there eventually, but I don't add any more florals. I try. I keep trying. I even tried this one here to build it up, and I thought, no, you're too tall. It didn't look right to me. So I take him away too. I don't spend too much time on this, though, if I'm honest with you, because I've realized I've put this kit together, and as usual, I probably have not put enough in it. I try not to overcommit myself. I'm trying to be smart about it, right? I want to build a kit that I can kind of get through during the month. And then sometimes I may not put enough in there, especially when it comes to the embellishments, because I go, well, darn it, I could probably added something here and something there. But I do end up finding the gold hearts up in the little puffy titles again. But y'all, I keep trying these darn florals, and I decide, nope, I'm not going to add any more. I just put see, look at that. That's about the fourth one I've tried. I even look at this and think, nope, you're too big. You don't look right. So I pull all that off and I leave it alone. I do end up putting the butterflies. I get the little wings, some foam. I do glue their bodies down flat, but I'll put their wings up on foam. And I think I put one of the florals on the left, the end of it up on foam. But I didn't make y'all sit and watch me do that. I don't do a lot of foamy stuff, just those little baby bits. And then I found this one more little piece of chipboard. It said noteworthy, and I thought the color looked pretty, and it's kind of a pretty little banner. And I thought, that kind of brings the suitcases in just a little bit too. And so now here's where I'm pulling out the little gold. Well, I had forgotten to glue that little flower down, y'all. That was oopsie. Got to glue that down. But here's where I'm pulling out these gold kind of puffy hearts. And I'm going to stick these kind of around. I end up basically making a little visual triangle. I think I put one in the top, one in the lower left, but then I end up with like 3 on the right-hand side over there. I think that's right. I'm not looking at the layout right now, y'all. But that's all I'm actually ended up doing here. I don't really do anything else to it. I thought about mixed media and changed my mind. Now, y'all are fixing to see a little old blooper here. Look at this. My cat, I started to pick that up and she got right in the way. So I'll let y'all see Saturn because some of y'all were, you kind of comment that you like to see her. So that was her today. So here's my close-up, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I like it. I'm liking this little fun feminine kit here. So I'm hopeful I haven't used my only piece of favorite. I mean, I really like that floral there, and I'm kind of scared. Have I used my favorite piece already? But I'll bet I can find some more uses for the rest of that kit. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you. I think this is a Thursday layout, so I'll probably have a Sunday with Scrap Lift Craft Afternoon, and we'll see you next time. Bye.